Okay. Wrong thing. Okay, good. The audio is still working. Okay. Because I don't think that there was anything else for me to do left on Taris. Other than stuff that's coming up later anyways.
You have returned. You have the prototype swoop engine accelerator with you? I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike.
Okay, lived up to the end of my idea, you better live up to yours.
I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hidden Beck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it. Without it, you won't stand a chance.
Gadden, you can't be serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rookie take the prototype engine into the race.
How are you doing this?
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator isn't stable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my own riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
Suddenly I'm not sure about this. Like that.
You don't get to be leader of a swoop gang if you don't know how to work all the angles.
Okay, I'm ready to race.
You can stay here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding. But I've got good instincts, and you have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
Spend a restless night in the Beck space. In the morning, one of the Becks takes you to the racing pit. Only racers and mechanics are allowed to go. Okay, I thought there was a rush for that, but no, it's just a cutscene that gives you plenty of time. So you're the one who's going to ride the swoop bike, eh? Don't worry. I've been working on the accelerator and stability won't be a problem, I hope. Gadden mentioned that you've never done this before. You want me to run you over the basics? Nah. Hold on. I better explain the rules to you. Each rider goes out on the track alone. At the end of the day, whoever posts the fastest time is the winner. Normally, a rider can run as many heats as they want, but I don't know how long the accelerator race, so no more than 4 or 5 races, I guess. Make the races count. We'll put his trust into you. We need you to win this race. Okay. Sounds like you're ready. Go talk to the race announcer over by the counter. He'll give you the best time to beat, and, in due course. I'll be waiting for you after the run, so I can make any tweaks or repairs to your swoop in case you want to go out on another heat. Good luck, don't worry about the prototype overheating and exploding while you're out on the track. That probably won't happen. Great. Okay.
Rundi haudonga kuhunga tonga hai tuam jiji yumat. Taku justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ta motunga. Kuyabi just guna chitanai.
I always like them. I hope that you can show these Volkers a thing or two, but I digress. You're registered now. Good luck, and try not to get yourself killed. We've only lost one racer today, and we want to keep it that way. Whenever you're ready, you can hit the track. Let's get you out on the track. Okay. Hold A to accelerate and use this left stick. Yep. I forget what the time to actually beat is. You did. We got the top time. You just beat the racers who've been doing this for 20 years. This is amazing. Someone who's never run today comes here and wait a minute. I don't believe this. Look at the board. Beat your time. It was Redros. And then the accelerator's still holding the... Okay. Most daring riders this swoop track has ever seen. So your skill and courage, you have proven yourself. Swoop premium.
People, hear me! Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize, there is something you must know.
Just because I'm a better driver than you.
Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair advantage. Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing Volker's share of the...
You can't do that, Project. You know rules. Nobody's allowed to withdraw a victory prize after the race. It goes against our sacred traditions.
Fool! Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Brejik.
What? Impossible. You were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brejik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this woman! Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
Normally this is always the hardest thing because I'm trying to do this at level 2. And now I can get the lightsaber and Brejik's belt along with like everything Brejik has. Resistant to damage, which is awesome. Bridget's gloves, +1 dexterity, hell yes. Well, I could do this again and make myself immune to crits. That's not a bad idea. Since, you know, the extra 1 dexterity is not gonna give me to the next boost anyways. What was the last thing that Bridget had? Oh, his weapon? And no? Bridget's belt, gloves. Oh, armband.
Well, maybe those bloody Vulkars will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Wait, I don't believe this. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure of it. How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
Was the only way I could say.
Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you hadn't noticed, I managed to free myself from that neural restraint collar without your help. In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you. Brejik and his Vulkars would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess. Karth Onasi is alive. Finally, some good news. Karth is one of the Republic's best soldiers. He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Maybe I misjudged you. Karth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me. Despite my Jedi training, I still tend to act a bit rashly sometimes. Please, take me to Karth right away. Between the three of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here. You cannot win, Revan.
That audio was a little bit buggy. That helmet for Revan is fucking awesome.
Bastila, you're alive! Finally, things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taris yet? What have you been doing all this time?
I am sick of the attitude, really.
My attitude. It strikes me that you are the one in sore need of an attitude adjustment. I happen to be in charge of this mission, if you'll recall.
I know you're new at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order. This is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war, and it will serve us well here, I am sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
He's
I
right.
had my doubts about this mission, but I figured the Jedi Council wouldn't put you in charge if you weren't prepared. But here you are, acting like a spoiled child.
I see. It's true that I don't have much military experience. Perhaps I should not be so quick to judge. Very well, Karth. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Karth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith. I think we'll need some help getting off Taris. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you.
Something weird happened to me when we first met, like a vision.
A vision of what?
You fighting a dark side Revan, I guess.
It's strange. Such visions are often a sign of force sensitivity. I'm not sure. It may be that you have some connection to the force. It would not be unheard of. When we first met, your natural talent may have fed off my own force abilities. It is possible that in the excitement of the battle's aftermath, the force allowed you to witness one of my more intense memories.
This isn't the first time I had a
It's
vision.
complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape Taris, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all stayed focused on the task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Taris.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Okay, nothing
How
with
can I
you.
help? I would like to know what happened after you crashed on Taris. I'm curious as to what you and Karth were doing before we all joined forces. Yes, I realize that, of course. But surely there was more to it than a simple search. I doubt there were flashing signs pointing you in my direction, yet somehow you found me. You also avoided detection by the Sith, discovered I was a Vulca prisoner, gained sponsorship for the race, and became the Taris Swoop champion. That's quite a resume.
I had a lot of health.
Your
Karth
modesty is
missions, blah blah.
admirable. But though others helped, you were the catalyst for these events. When you were chosen to join this mission, I doubt any of us expected this much from you. A Jedi could have done such things, of course, but only by drawing heavily upon the Force.
I think you underestimate us,
Perhaps,
non-Jedi.
but the Force works for all of us to some degree or another. There are some individuals outside the Jedi Order that we consider Force sensitive. It's obvious to me that the Force has been working through you. There is no other explanation for your great success. Though I'm not certain what to make of this discovery. Perhaps if you weren't... well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training. But as it is...
What are you trying to say?
I've overstepped my authority. I'm speaking of things that are best left to the Jedi Council. For now, let's just accept the fact that you're gifted. Hopefully, between your abilities, my Jedi training, and the skills of our companions, we can find a way off this planet.
Woo, yeah! Fully decked out. Prototype is really nice. Even the Achani armor on. Okay, nothing else for me to work there.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I don't want to talk about Griff and Lee. If I'm gonna be any help to...
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't talk to her or I believe Zalbar anymore about neither past. Okay. Who am I taking with me? Karth and Bastila? I do really like Zalbar. I guess, at least for now, I should definitely equip this, because I don't... Game? There we go. That was weird. Okay, I'm going to... I do like Z and Mission. Karth... I should bring Bastila. And who else? Mission can do a lot of the breaking into stuff, so...
Kin kuno ba mulira chinkun.
Yep, that's me.
Rundi hadonga.
Message from Candaris Ordo.
Wana kun bes.
Meet him in the cantina. Isn't he the Mandalorian that works for Gavin? Candaris didn't say that he wanted to meet you, he only said that he had an offer you couldn't refuse. Given his connection, you can see why I would be foolish to ignore his requests. I'll meet him in the cantina. Advise you not to wait too long. Mandalorians are known for many things, but patience is not one.
I'm here.
Sure, why not? Oh, the greatest of all force powers, heal, requires me to wait a little bit longer. Burst of speed is so nice just for getting around. $36. Okay, so doesn't change for any of them. Defense is +4. Ooh, wow. I don't think I ever used this in combat. I always used it just to run around. This one's considered a dark side power, so let's go ahead and get Stun Droid. Skill. Force Immunity Stun and Night Sense. Awesome. Okay, yeah, because she is a double-bladed weapon wielder after all, so... yeah, why not? And then pick up my favorite power, Cure. So nice.
Yeah?
Yes?
I do look forward to playing the second one. I did really like the second one of this game. Especially given some of the things that this game doesn't have that that one does. How much credits do I have? 5,400.
Hey, look at this! A real live celebrity right here in my shop. Winning that swoop bike race has made you into something of a local hero. If times weren't so tough, I'd... Because of this...
This is nice for light armor. Yeah, why not just to have it? Oh yeah, so what if her, no computer use, no stealth. All she, oh yeah, that's right, all she has is awareness and treat injury. Computer use, demolition, stealth, awareness, persuade, a little bit of repair, security, okay.
Yes?
I saw
Hey,
you in the
Taris.
swoop race. Very impressive. You seem like you know how to get results. That's just the kind of person I'm looking for. My name's Canderous Ordo. I work for Davik Kang in the exchange. The hours aren't great, but they promised me a fortune to work for them. And I have nothing better to do. Mandalorian mercs like me are in high demand. But lately, Davik hasn't been paying me what he promised. I don't like getting cheated. So I figure it's time for me to break the Sith quarantine and get off this backwater planet. I've got a plan to escape Taris, but I can't do it alone. I need someone I know can get the job done to help me. That's where you come in.
You don't need to ally yourself with this person. We should move on while we can.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to your friend, aren't I? I saw you win that swoop race and started thinking. Anyone crazy enough to race like that is probably crazy enough to break into the Sith military base. I need someone to steal the Sith launch codes from the base. Without those codes, any ship leaving the atmosphere will be disintegrated by the Sith fleet's automated defense guns.
What's in it for
Here's
me?
the deal. You bring me those launch codes, and I can provide the vehicle to get us off the planet. Davik's flagship, the Ebon Hawk.
Am I supposed to get inside the military base?
Easy. The Sith base is protected by an encrypted security system. It would take a top-of-the-line astromech droid to slice through it. Lucky for you, I know just the place to get a droid like that. Davik was having one custom built by Janice Nall. Just tell her Canderous sent you, and she'll sell you the droid. Then you can use it to get the launch codes from the Sith base.
Won't Davik be mad that I take his
Davik
droid?
paid for the droid, but I'm the guy he put in charge of the mission. He won't care how I come up with those codes. Normally I do this myself, but everyone knows who I work for. If I broke into the Sith base, they'd send an army down on Davik's estate to get those codes back. That's why I need you.
Okay, you gotta hear
I don't
somebody.
sense any deception from him, which is surprising. This may be exactly what we need.
I'm going to wait in Javiyar's cantina. You come and find me when you've got those launch codes, and I'll make sure we both get off this rock.
Yep.
I'm here.
Okay, the blurring. I don't remember that being this bad.
Yes?
Hachu apanki, Jishawa anibong kasha chonasi
I
ichua
can't say I'm
byombo
surprised. He was getting old in his years. People start to lose their edge when they get old. That's the nice thing about droids. A yearly maintenance check and a few replacement parts, and they can last forever. Ganders told me you'd sell the Teeth 3 M4 to me. You can have it for 2,000 credits. I'll give you half. Half? If you're trying to rob me, why don't you just stick a blaster in my face? On the other hand, I don't want to stay on Devik's. I want to stay on Devik's good side. Deal. It's yours. Pleasure doing business. A real pleasure.
Sure.
Hachu apanki.
So I need this.
What?
Hachu apanki. Tang.
Okay, these are really expensive. Combat suits aren't very helpful.
Hachu tanga.
Okay. Definitely pick that one up. That one up. Why? Because this way I can go ahead and... give him Pridrick's pistol. Okay, I don't have 2 computer probes.
Tang.
Okay, I still have roughly the same amount of credits. That's what I was gonna do anyways. Three of the things you can't do, so yeah. Adds an extra 2 to armor class. And now you can equip this. Puts you at an armor class of 21. What is your security's at 16?
What?
Wait a second, I actually need to go this way, duh. I wish I could just say this one's completed because I do know how to play Bazak. Actually, you know what? Really quickly, I want to head back to base because I want to take and get that thing back from Index pistol from her just for now. We'll give her the other one actually. Plus 12 to hit, very nice. Let's give her her lightsaber. Cardio regulator.
Sure.
Go ahead and transition back. Or any other shops that I can think of, right?
Yes?
You are very slow.
Sure.
Kavadumpa kapaliamo na pata.
Can't come in here. This is a restricted area. You better tell me what you're doing or I'm gonna hit the alarm. I'm here for a meeting. Don't worry, I know where to go.
Kipuna na bonsha.
Pretty almost a stupid.
Na kwat na bonkon.
I'll hit this alarm and you'll have 3 seconds before this office is swarming with Sith. $50 credits? You got a deal. The Sith have made my life a living hell since they took over this base. No, it's about time someone stood up to these Sith. Just do me a favor and wait until I'm out of here before you start blasting the place up. Sure. Almost forgot. Armory, nothing. Elevator. Disable his shield. Control center. Return. Medical. Return. Reception. Return. Of course, the main barracks doesn't have it.
What can I do?
Sure.
Yes?
Sure.
I'm here.
Sure.
Shield level 2, very nice.
I'm here.
What?
Just a gun on the ground for some reason?
What can I do?
Sure.
Damn it.
What can I do?
Wanted to pick it up.
What?
What can I do?
Sure.
Yes?
What?
You helped me before outside the apartment, do you remember? Yeah, I remember you. In need of health, the Sids are going to execute me for removing the sisters from the apartment complex. How do I get you out? Okay, all of them set to red. Gotcha. Done. I must leave this place before the sisters know where I have escaped.
Yes?
If I remember correctly, there's a droid on this side, right? Yep, there is.
What?
Okay. I don't have many repair parts is the problem. Wait, I can talk to T3. Don't talk much, do you? Just chime if you ever need any advice. Wanna ask some questions? You don't even know what I'm gonna ask. Okay. Oh well,
Yes?
I can do this without the droid anyways. Damn it, I didn't swap back, that's the problem.
What?
Yes?
What?
Yes?
Yes? Bird, I guess.
What can I do?
What?
Very nice. 3 to 12, plus 12 to hit. Ion damage is much higher.
What can I do?
Yes?
Space pass card, very nice. I shouldn't have troubles with this fight, but we'll see.
You shall fall. The force fights with me.
70 health, very
What can I
nice.
Sure.
What can I do?
Now, I'm gonna wait a minute. There we go.
Who dares to break my meditation? You will pay for interrupting my... Wait. I sense the Force is strong with you. Very strong. Who would have thought a Force adept could be found on this insignificant planet? But your talent is no match for a disciple of the dark side. Spoken like a true drone of the Jedi Council. We Sith, however, have learned to embrace the potential of the dark side. It is what gives us strength. This meeting is a stroke of luck for me. My master will surely reward me with my lightsaber once I kill you.
Yeah, let's wrong weapon for this fight. Come on. Really? Great. What the hell? You're kidding me, right? There wasn't an autosave for taking the elevator? God damn it.
I'm here.
What?
Yep, I know.
You cannot win.
go.
I'm here.
Yes?
I'm here.
Sure.
I'm here.
Who dares to break my meditation? You will pay. Who? You are a fool. This is a new age. The Sith shall be the ones passing judgment now. This meeting is a stroke of luck for me. My master will...
What can I do?
Sure. That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet. That hurt, I bet.
Boom! Took him out. $500 and more upgrade stuff.
How can I help? Then I said... What can I do?
Yes?
What can I do?
Can I turn that off in settings?
Hachu Apanki, Jish Tang.
I don't know why this heavy combat suit says that it's light, and this light body armor says that it says medium.
What?
Hachu Tang.
I'm here.
What?
Yes?
Yes? Yes?
My body hurts. Hurts.
This elevator is off limits. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols. Well, why didn't you say so? Everything seems... Just be careful down there.
I figured you'd be back. Neither of us is getting off this planet unless we work together. Now, I know the Sith military base had a break-in, and I know it was you. I know you've got those departure codes I need. So what do you say? We join forces, and I can get you inside Davik's base, and right to the Ebon Hawk. We can go right now. Fair enough, but don't take too long. As soon as you're ready to get inside Davik's estate, come speak to me. The sooner we get off this rock, the better. I figured you'd be back. Now, so... Davik's always looking to recruit new talent. I'll tell him how you won that swoop race. Mention that you're interested in working for the exchange. I'll say I brought you in so he could check you out. He'll have you stay at his estate for a couple of days while he runs some background checks on you. That's standard procedure.
This is too risky. We should find another way.
You got another plan, sister? Or are you just objecting because you didn't think of it?
No, I don't have another plan. I would rather not place my life in your hands, however.
I can say the same about you. That makes us even. Fortunately, we both want to get off this rock, right? While Davik's checking you out, we steal the Ebon Hawk and escape Taris. Come on. I've got an airspeeder nearby to take us to Davik's estate. The sooner we're off Taris, the better.
That regenerates minor wounds. Very nice. difficult part is obviously I'm always going to want to have Bastila on my team because she's a Jedi.
You summoned me, Lord Malak.
The search for Bastila is taking too long. We cannot risk her escaping Taris. Destroy the entire planet.
The entire planet, Lord Malak? But there are billions of people on Taris. We'd be slaughtering countless innocent civilians, not to mention our own men still on the surface.
Your predecessor once made the mistake of questioning my orders, Admiral. Surely you are not so foolish as to make the same mistake.
Of course not, my Lord Malak. I will do as you command, but it will take several hours to position our fleet.
Then I suggest you begin immediately. You are dismissed, Admiral.
Yes, Lord Malak.
So, Candaris, I see you've brought someone with you. Most intriguing, if I do say so myself. You usually travel alone.
It's not like you to take on partners, Candaris. You're getting soft.
Watch yourself, Callow. You may be the newest Cath Hound in the pack, but you aren't top dog yet.
Enough. I won't have my top two men killing each other. That's not good business. I'm sure Candaris has an explanation as to why he's not working solo anymore.
This is a special case, Davik. I ran into someone the Exchange might want to recruit. You may have heard something of their exploits already.
Ah, yes. Now I recognize your companion. The rider who won the big swoop race. Very impressive, as was your display in the rather heated battle afterwards.
Richard had to learn the double cross with 10 to end up dead.
Important lesson to learn, no doubt. In my line of business, I've seen far too many people suffer for not understanding it. With the recommendation from Candaris and a thorough background check, you could become part of the Exchange. Many would kill to prove themselves worthy of this honor. Come with me. I will give you a tour of my operations. I'm certain you'll be most impressed. Ah, there she is. The Ebonhawk, my pride and joy, the fastest ship in the Outer Rim. Note the state-of-the-art security system I've had installed to protect her. The shields are completely impregnable. Nobody can get past them without the codes to try and steal my baby. Unfortunately, the Sith military blockade has grounded my vessel. The Ebonhawk can outrun any vessel in the galaxy. But even she isn't fast enough to avoid the auto-targeting laser cannons of the orbiting Sith fleet. I am, of course, working on acquiring the Sith departure codes so that I may come and go as I please. However, progress has been slow. But we should continue our tour. These will be your accommodations. The slave quarters are just down the hall. If you need anything during your stay, food, a massage, feel free to call upon their services. If all goes well with your background check, you will be invited to join the Exchange. I'd advise you to accept the offer when it comes, or suffer the dire consequences of refusal.
Our prisoner
Stay
here?
in these rooms as my guest for the next few days. I will not accept no for an answer. Feel free to visit the slave quarters at any time during your stay. I must warn you that if you are found anywhere outside the guest wing during your stay, or if you bother my other guests, my security forces will deal with you most harshly. I will return after the investigation into your background is complete. Until then, make yourself comfortable. Come, Callow. Let us leave our guests in peace.
Okay, we're inside. Now all we have to do is figure out a way to get past the Ebon Hawk security system, and we can get the rest of your group off this planet. No sense waiting around here, though. The sooner we get off Taris, the better.
Battle armor for you. There you go.
Yes?
Yes? No problem. Got it.
I'll ask you some questions. Drop anything interesting, otherwise this is pointless for me to really do. You don't drop anything other than give me experience. Okay, murder hobo is not what I need to do right now.
No problem. Got it. No problem. Got it.
Nice.
No problem. Got it.
Very nice. Ooh, it's a data pad. I want that pearl from a crate dragon.
No problem.
Hey, what's the idea of barging in here?
Pudu, Tunirama na praka donko searcha. Chupa.
Hey, baby, wait. I wasn't actually going... Damn it! Okay, great. You just scared off my date for the night, so you better explain yourself before I lose my temper and call the guards. Okay, I guess it was just an honest mistake. And I'm a reasonable man. You better pay more attention to where you're going. Opening the wrong door around here can get you killed. Now get out of here and don't bother me again.
Welcome to the slave quarters, Master. Here we have succulent fruits and berries to tempt your palate, as well as luxurious baths to soothe your aches and pains.
Now this is my kind of place.
Would you like a relaxing massage? Whatever your desire, we are here to serve.
Some information.
What could I possibly tell you? It is forbidden for slaves to leave this room on pain of torture and death. Praise from the guest is a valuable commodity here. Davik rewards the slaves who perform their duties well. I will tell you what I know. Davik rarely lets us leave the slave quarters. We only know what we hear from Davik's guests. Recently, they've all been talking about poor Hudro. He was caught trying to steal some spice from the lab. Normally, Hudro is allowed to get away with things like that because he's Davik's personal pilot for the Ebon Hawk. But since the Sith have grounded every ship on the planet, Hudro doesn't get any more special treatment. They've locked him up in Davik's torture chambers. I think you can get there through the hall behind the west door of Davik's throne room. Just keep going west from the slave quarters and you'll see the throne room. But Davik's certain to have guards patrolling the area. If you leave the guest wing, they'll shoot you on sight. Please, I don't know anything else. As you wish, Master. You will find this most relaxing.
How typically male. Is it possible for you to keep in mind that we have more pressing...
I trust you are satisfied with the service. I have received many compliments. Thank you, kind sir. I hope you will express your appreciation to Davik. He often rewards... Of course. Return whenever you wish to partake of what is offered here. We exist...
Hey, Loki. You're still streaming, right, aren't you? I saw that you started streaming a little bit after me.
Yeah, what do you want? You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought, the enemies I've seen die by my
Well, I hope
hand?
we can do something again soon, Loki.
Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Taris, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years. For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes. Times have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite.
You should take a look at Once Human, by the way.
Don't understand.
It's a Cthulian, like, survival game. I don't know if you saw my message about that before.
Win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Thank you. You have no idea what it was like in that torture cage. I don't know how much more I could take before going mad. I don't have anything to give you as a reward for freeing me. Nothing tangible anyway. But I've got information that could be worth a fortune. I used to be the pilot of the Ebonhawk, Davik's flagship. I know the codes to disable the security system protecting it. I'll load them onto your datapad now. You can use those codes to steal the Ebonhawk right out of its hangar. Sell it to the highest bidder, ransom it back to Davik. Whatever you do, you'll make thousands.
Okay, you're free to
It
go.
won't be long until Davik figures out I'm free. I have to get out of this base before that happens.
We've got what we came for. We should get going.
No problem.
How dare you invade my chambers? How rude! I am a personal guest of Davik himself. I left specific instructions that you guards were not to disturb me until morning. How can Davik expect me to invest in his ventures with this kind of incompetence on display? I should summon the other guards and report you to your commanding officer. Don't work for Davik? Then what do you... Plus...
How did a guard get here? Very nice.
No problem. Didn't work.
What's the map looking like currently? Okay, so the Ebon Hawk is there, that's right, so I still need to go around.
What can I do?
Huh? Yes?
Ow.
What can I do?
Huh? Yes?
That should be like the entire map now. Yep.
Damn those Sith, they're bombing the whole planet. I knew they'd turn on us sooner or... Oh, look what we got here. Thieves in a hangar. So, you figured you'd just steal my ship for your getaway and leave me high and dry while the Sith turn the planet into dust? Sorry, but that ain't gonna happen.
I'll take care of them, Davik. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Make it quick, Carl. The Sith mean business. If we don't get to our ships and find somewhere safe, the bombs they're dropping will kill us all.
Jesus Christ. Okay, can't leave. I did not know the door was closed behind me. Okay.
They have me outnumbered and outgunned. If I'm going down, I'm taking all of you with me. This thermal detonator will blow us all to bits. Damn those shit! They'll bring this whole hangar down around our ears.
Sure.
Okay. Nothing else for me to do here. Time to leave. Let me look at the armor. I want to say this is really good armor too. Yeah. Plus 8 defense for medium armor.
Let's get this ship fired up. We'll pick up the rest of your friends and then we'll have to get off this planet.
I'm doing a light side run. How are you doing, by the way, Painful Moss?
Taris is defenseless against our assault, Lord Malik. They are offering no resistance. The city is in ruins.
Resume the bombardment, Commander. Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
I 100% get that. I love these games. KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2 were so good. I never finished 1, which is the reason I'm replaying it, because I actually want to finish it this time because it's been way too long. Yeah, my buddy played through it, and I was hanging out with him, so I got a little bit of spoilers about what happens, but I get that. I liked that in 2 you could make the other characters into Jedi as well, because a number of them at least. I liked that there was that. I also, just in general, the shooting parts in these games are meh to me. Like where you're on the ship and having to shoot at enemies.
Find refuge.
Incoming fighters.
Quickly, to the gun turrets. You have to hold the Sith fighters off until we get those hyperspace coordinates punched in.
So that is the part that I liked better about 2, was the fact that a number of your companions could be turned into Jedi. I just love these games in general. I'm a huge tabletop RPG fan, and this was one of those games that I played, like, this and 2 were the ones I played, like, the most just to mess around with. I used to always do a soldier into a Jedi Guardian, which was cool and all, but I did not like how few, like, skill points I got. So this time I decided to go, what is it, Scoundrel? Scoundrel or Scout? I forget which one of them has, as Persuasion as, like, a primary skill and not a cross skill. Okay, this is the best I think I've ever done at the start of this mission. This seems more like it, where I'm missing like every shot. One more left. Holy shit. The last time I did this, I spent... Oh wow, their audio like cut out for a second there. Where... Oh, that makes sense. He's in... I've never taken them out that easily. Like, that is a first on so many levels for me. The last time, I think it took me like 7 to 10 times? I don't know why I was that bad, but I just could not hit them for the life of me. It seems like a life. Okay.
Seems like a lifetime since I last set foot on her surface.
That in the game doesn't have the greatest of hitboxes for things.
Safe? You saw what his fleet did to Taris. There wasn't a building over 2 stories high left standing. They turned the planet into one big pile of rubble.
Even the Sith would think twice before attacking Dantooine. There are many Jedi here, including several of the most powerful masters of the Order. There is great strength within this place.
I also love the fact that this game is almost completely, like, actually has voice lines. Not like a lot of games where everything is in text and there's no, like, people reading it to you or anything like that, or doing voice acting. These were such phenomenal games for having something that not even, like, Final Fantasies had, which, with how popular those were, they never really, well, until recently, they didn't have so much voice lines. I can. I read a lot of visual novels, so I've gotten used to reading, but it's nowhere near as fun. And then even when you're like, when you're streaming it and stuff like that, you have to read it aloud, and then it gets to the point where I have problems with reading stuff aloud a lot of times.
I know Mission must be taking it pretty hard.
She will find a way to come to terms with her grief. She's stronger than she appears. We just need to give her time. Now I must go speak.
So my plan, at least for what I'm streaming, is I want to go through KOTOR 1, and then maybe I go straight to 2, or I might jump into another RPG at the same time. Just because, I don't know, lately I've just been wanting to play so many RPGs. I've never finished Legend of Dragoon, which was an amazing game. They are so good. It's a PlayStation 1 exclusive from, like, early 2000s? 2004, maybe? No, it had to have been earlier than that, I think.
I cannot tell you. All I ask is
it has dragons.
Well, I don't like being left out of the loop, but I'm not looking to get you in any trouble with the Jedi Master. We'll do things your way for a while.
It has, like, dragons and dragoons, which I love dragons growing up, so when my cousin showed it to me, I was like, I need this game. I need it. Until you have talked to the Jedi Council, you will be unable to switch characters in or out of the party. I've always had a thing for dragons, and the storytelling that gets done in the game is really good. Go ahead. Plenty human citizens. Foreign raise. Sorry to hear about that. It's too bad. I shall have to continue my search. Yeah, it's a great game. Very different playstyle. So your character does combos in it, which go from like instead of just like you click what you want to do and it does it. You actually have to. It's a timing game almost for doing combos. So if you properly do everything, your like last hit gets a giant boost to damage. But in order to make it to where it's not just you hitting X all the time, because again, Switch game, not Switch, PlayStation game. There would be times to where the symbol would change to a different color, and when it's orange, it means that they're going to counterattack, which means that you have to hit circle in order to evade in order to not get duped by the counterattack. And some characters have like 2-hit combos. Some of them can go up to like I think there's a 14 combo or something like that. But the idea is that the longer the combo, generally the stronger the hit goes. But if you mess up, you stop. So you have to be good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to be good enough to keep the combo going all the way to the end to get that final hit of damage, where a lot of damage comes into play. And it's interesting because it does damage in like it tells you like the percentage of like how much damage. It has a cult following even to this day. It is a game that is finally getting a remaster, maybe, possibly. It's getting re-released on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I know that much. I went away from consoles a while ago. I've always wanted it to come to PC, just like I want every one of my games that I loved growing up to come to PC, because who doesn't? I'll keep my eye out for the girl. Would appreciate that. Yeah, no, I also loved, there's a RPG called Romancing Saga. What is it, Minstrel's Song? Yeah. Wow, I can't believe recently, I know that came out to PC. Recently, as in like 2 years ago. But that is a game to where you choose one of like 12 different starting characters. Oh yeah, I'm going to play Legend of Dragoon on an emulator because it's really the only way I have to be able to play it. I have the discs and everything. But one of them's a bit scratched up, so my cousin let me borrow their copy for me to get the third disc because I had issues to where the game would stop running in a portion of the third disc, and so I could never complete it without their help. It again one of my favorite RPGs as well of all time. Want me to introduce myself? Store here on Detui. Oh no, there are 4 discs for this one game. That's how long the game is. There are 4 discs to it. I mean, to be fair, Final Fantasy VII, which another RPG I grew up loving, it had 3 or 4 discs as well. Very different playstyle though. Interesting story. I love Final Fantasy VII. I will always regret having done this as a kid, but in a way I also don't regret it. My dad had a factory sealed copy of Final Fantasy VII that he had not opened. And me being 10, 12 years old or something like that went, it's a game, it's supposed to be open so you can play it. So I ended up opening up a factory sealed copy of Final Fantasy VII and years later went, oh my god, the amount of money I just kind of wasted by doing that. I played the game fully through, loved it. Another one I might play again. I played through the remake not too long. Last year? No, 2 years ago. Ooh. I don't think I've ever bought this blade. 7,000! Well, now I know why! Holy crap, +8 to stealth? Immune to poison, get that, infiltration gloves. So, they have really good stories. I will say Square Enix has a fantastic eye for detail on storytelling. I absolutely love, I've loved almost every single game I've played from them. They just have this way of writing characters that makes them feel so real. One of the games I absolutely loved from them was Sleeping Dogs, which was a game about playing as a came here with Bastila, which is a game of you playing as a cop trying to from the United States who's working together with the Chinese police in order to infiltrate the Triad and take out some of their worst leaders. Like, your goal is to try and stop them because they're doing a lot of bad stuff. I mean, it is the Triad after all. But there is one mission to where they made me fall in love with a character in one mission. Kind of think more because they use a lot of martial arts in it instead. So it's a lot of you can basically make yourself Bruce Lee if you wanted to and go through the game fighting. That's pretty much what I ended up doing. Cuz you can use guns, but they're at least at times there's times where you have to use it, but a lot of the main fights are all in this kung fu style and I love it. We work together to escape? Oh, I see. I meant no offense. In that case, it's good to have her here back on Tatooine. Afraid Malik had captured her. Enjoy your time. Okay. Yeah, it was free at one point during the Xbox Live Gold for the Xbox 360. And that's how I got it to begin with.
Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
Believe you're mistaken, I'm not a Padawan, I am... And because I'm a nerd, and one of my favorite characters in Star Wars is Cal Katarn, I went and named myself Brandon Katarn, because why not?
Bastila. I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for joke.
I have. I did not like Skyrim. I don't know why. Skyrim just... I don't know if it was just like the game, if the story or what it was. I wasn't a huge fan of Skyrim. I loved... I played a bit of Oblivion because I borrowed it. my friend who loved Oblivion and loved all of those Elder Scroll games did not like Skyrim. He beat it at level 16 and felt like the fighting in it, like for the boss fights, are kind of lackluster. And there's a number of things that you can do in order to skip stuff like that. It's a good game. I don't think that they need to re-release it so much.
Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions.
I feel like they could have done better.
Pleasant stay here on Dantooine.
Well, they would have done better than Alduin. There was actually a I've watched like a few documentaries on Skyrim. I like the lore and stuff like that of Skyrim and Oblivion especially, and just Elder Scrolls in general. But there was an entirely different story planned. Like, there was going to be a whole war to do. Alduin wasn't going to be a really big part of it, but I was like, man, we could have had that. We could have had like what? It's the Stormcloaks, I believe, taking over the Imperials. That they have that mini game of like retaking, not retaking, but taking forts. That ends up being a buggy mess. Like I've seen a number of people try and play it, and it just breaks every time. There was going to be Goblin Wars. Like, the goblins were going to be fighting over territories and stuff like that, which would have been awesome, too. Make the world feel really alive with just goblins invading trying to invade, like, fortresses and stuff like that.
They're waiting for you inside.
The person I've watched talk most about, like, this kind of stuff, like the stories and stuff like that, is, if you haven't checked him out, Epic Nate on YouTube. He does a great job of telling these stories. He has a fantastic voice. Like, he has a voice that is, like, perfect for, like, radio and stuff like that. So him doing, like, these storytelling things is just brilliant.
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather...
He also has been, he does stuff for Fallout as well, and there's actually a reference to him in Fallout 76 now, because of his looking into the Dunwich horror stuff. Because he's looks into, like, all the stuff. They say Nate in it. It's clear to anyone who's watched him that it's him, because he's the only one who's been, like, doing all, like, he has, like, 3 videos that are, like, 2 hours apiece, all about the Dunwich horror stuff in Fallout. Coming from 3, even in 1 and 2 there was references to Dunwich stuff, too. That Bethesda added in to the later ones, and there's entire things in there that are really cool and terrifying. But again, it's kind of Dunwich being a Cthulhian thing. What was it? Is it Poe? No. Why am I drawing a blank on the writer now? Not Edgar Allan Poe. I need to look it up. H.P. Lovecraft, that's it. The moment I saw Lovecraft, I knew the rest. Sent to Jedi Council on Coruscant?
The High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine.
What do you want
Bastila
from me?
tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
So yeah, I'm really thinking heavily about playing a lot of, like, RPGs because I love them so much. And so many of them I just really want to go back and replay or play or finish. Hence why I'm playing this one.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this man. And I've already related to you the events that took place on Taris.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this
That's what I want to do. I for a long time wanted to be like a streamer and a YouTuber. Medical issues made that difficult.
Teaching a child is hard.
But
How much harder will
I did do YouTube for like 2 years, posting every day, playing games that I love, and yeah, I just want to play the games I like. I don't like Fortnite or any of those like bigger games like those. There are some bigger games I do like, but I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite. I am willing to try my best.
The Jedi do not accept adults for training. Though there are rare
No.
exceptions
This
in
is currently more of a hobby. Would I love it to be what I do for work? Yeah. Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to be an influencer and doing stuff like that?
We need recruits to stand against Malak.
I help out at my dad's store and do a little work here and there, so it's one of those things like currently, time frame wise, it's the time when I have the most time to be able to do stuff like this.
You and your companion must go.
Yeah, my dad has a comic book store, so I help out there a lot.
We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
I also love that these games did not use the Millennium Falcon. We did not need every game to have a Millennium Falcon. Yes, this is a close-looking one, but I like the name Ebon Hawk a lot. Yeah, the Ebon Hawk is just... I like the design actually better of the Ebon Hawk, even though it's more simplistic.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power. Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us.
I'm in Illinois, near Chicago.
Can its power truly be worth the risk?
Oh, that's cool. Chicago just has fantastic food.
Getting stranger by the minute. First
Love the food from Chicago.
And now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
So, I mean, it's cliche. I love pizza. I can eat pizza, like, every day. I'm not a big fan of deep dish, which is what Chicago is known for. But I do like our regular pizza. We put a lot of cheese on our pizzas. At least the places that I go to put a lot of cheese on the pizzas. The places that are stingy with cheese, I don't like them so much. I'm paying for a pizza. I want a good amount of cheese on there. I don't want no like I can see the sauce through it. No, I want to see the cheese and then there's sauce underneath it. That's all I needed to know. It is. The sauce can also be a breaking point for me. Illuminati's big company here in Illinois. They do deep dish pizzas, but my problem with their deep dish pizzas is that their tomato sauce is too sweet. So I know some people like sweet and heat, like get the spicy pepper, get the pepperoni on it with the sweet sauce on it. I'm not a big fan of that. When it takes too much away from the pepperoni.
No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right? You got it.
What do I want to do? No. No. Absolutely not. Though, it doesn't help that I very well might be allergic to pineapple. I've had some reactions to it. Nothing threatening in any way. But I just can't eat pineapple. It depends. A part of it is if you're making a Hawaiian pizza where instead of using the tomato sauce, they use the barbecue, ham, and stuff like that, then I'm more okay with it. But when it's just they take and just add pineapple on like a normal pizza with tomato sauce, tomato and pineapple doesn't go good to me as a combo. Even when I can eat pineapple, even when I have eaten pineapple, I don't like that combo. There's also another thing that like Chicago is known for, which is hot dogs. And unless you're a kid, you don't get ketchup on a hot dog. That is a huge thing here in Chicago. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of I don't know why, but a part of the Chicago dog is mustard, relish, pickle or relish, sometimes both. Sports peppers and tomatoes. I am since I became an adult. I know I struggle a lot with words. I stopped liking ketchup so much. I use it here and there, but I'd much rather just have a slice of tomato. It's probably due to like how much sugar there is in ketchup that it throws me off, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Speak to mission.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Taris. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone. I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Taris,
Costco dogs are good. They give you the nice big hot dog for cheap. I mean, really cheap considering like what other places will cost you. When I go to Costco, I would get a slice of pizza, honestly, more likely than I would get the hot dog. Their pizza's good. A little too greasy for me, so I have to dab it off, because too much grease and I just start to feel sluggish.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims...
But I would always get, like, they had the 3 meat pizza.
...of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be...
Not really. Mostly just planning on trying to stream more.
Malak found something there.
Helping out my dad's store, and pretty much those are my plans most of the time. Me and my family also play board games on, like, Monday and Tuesdays.
Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you.
My mom's fallen in love with legacy board games, which are games that is, if you haven't played any, there are games that as you play them, not so much. A smaller family right now is just me and my parents. My other sibling moved out.
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force and each other.
But
this is not unheard of.
Kind of.
Often form between
in part, for like a lot of the board games, I have to help my mom with playing them because it can be tough for her to learn how to play games.
That has brought you and Bastila here to us.
And my dad has a similar issue, but he kind of forgets how to play them like almost every time we play a game. No, I'm glad that we get to do it. It's really nice to be able to play board games, and we got a buddy who's a huge board gamer as well who moved nearby recently, so hopefully going to be board gaming with him too on some days as well.
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for
yeah, I play D&D. I mentioned that I'm a role player. So I play a lot of role-playing games. I've played some that most people nowadays don't probably even know exist. Because some people, like, I've played with people who run games that are like from the 90s and stuff like that, or even earlier than that at times. I know I say 90s like that's a long time ago, but I mean, I'm only almost 30, so it's not my entire life. I don't see as so small. Well, there are some, like, it's a small group that plays them. Yeah. I grew up with 90s stuff. I grew up, being a Chicagoan and from Illinois. Classic rock is, like, a huge thing here. Same with the blues. Those two things have never, like, they never slowed down here. Blues is still a popular thing here, and along with classic rock.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy,
and then my grandpa introduced me to some even older songs and stuff like that I've fallen in love with. I like a lot of older songs more than anything new.
The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals,
for music,
wherever they are found.
Classic rock.
We fear it is only a matter of time.
What, 60s? I think it was. Some of the songs that he showed me.
The dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord. The lure of the dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall.
Most of my friends growing up, the Beach Boys and the Beatles, yeah, both great.
Be hunted to extinction. The galaxy will enter a time of darkness and tyranny, not seen for 1,000 generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of. Once the
I may or may not know that.
Perhaps there you will find some clue.
Uh,
Some explanation of how Revan and Malik
love
were
classic
corrupted.
rock, love
Perhaps there you shall find a way to
blues.
stop
A lot of really good blues songs out there. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that then. I really like a lot of older music. Yes, I have listened to EDM. Yeah, most people have heard similar songs, even people who don't know it.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the room,
One of my more recent favorite bands that I like is The Script.
Resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us.
There are too many song names. Bands are a lot easier to remember than song names, but remembering both of them together can be even worse.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is...
Other than The Script, there's not many bands that I listen to nowadays that are actual, like, big bands.
To truly understand
I'm not a big fan of rap, but Connor Price has some fantastic songs and keeps everything clean.
Jedi is never...
I don't like how so many songs are now about, sexualizing women, or sexualizing men too, and swears and using the N-word.
The way of the Jedi is difficult.
Songs don't need that to be good, and if you can make songs without that good, you have proven to me that you're really good at making music.
Your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You've done in weeks what many cannot do in years.
If you haven't seen it, Lucifer, which is on Netflix now, fantastic show. I love Lucifer. He's all into classic like rock and classic metal, stuff like that. Even though it's weird to say classic metal. But just like some of his lines are just fantastic. Just because there's a point in it where he's talking in the first episode. He's talking to a rapper, and he's like, "I don't like your music, and by your music, I don't mean the music of your people, but your specific music. I do not like basically I don't like rap, but blues are fantastic." Just talking about how like good like older music is compared to the newer music. I loved that kind of call out, and being again, it's kind of about the devil, but it's a really good show. It's about the comic book Lucifer, which is not really exactly the devil, but they talk about stuff in it that is they talk about some biblical stuff in it. They talk about some stuff, but it's Lucifer. It's a buddy cop thing where one of the buddies is Lucifer, which is hilarious in some ways, weird in others, but just funny to me. The actual plot is that Lucifer has decided, I don't want to. I'm sick and tired of torturing people. I'm taking a vacation, and goes to Las Vegas. Not Las Vegas. Los Angeles. and ends up ends up with one of his friends, or a girl he was friends with. Yeah, girl he was friends with who got killed. And so he wants to find who did it because he wants to punish them, being Lucifer and wanting to punish people who've done bad things. And so he meets up with the cop who he becomes friends with, and there's a little girl who becomes like the cop's daughter is friends with Lucifer, and it's incredibly cute and kind of wholesome, but also funny at times. But yeah, he has decided he does not want to be forced to be, doing this. He's tired of being in hell. He wants a vacation. And they bring up a lot of interesting stuff in the Bible, like that Lucifer isn't, always tempting people. He punishes those who have done wrong, which is what Lucifer does. And that inherently is not wrong. That's technically a good thing to be doing by punishing people who have done horrible things.
Few mention those names around here anymore, but I suppose it is just as
and that people who are doing these sacrifices on Earth for the devil and stuff like that are not actually doing what he wants.
For additional training. In particular,
not really. I know a fair bit about religion. I'm not religious myself.
But I perceive the young Padawan's lust for knowledge as simply.
But I am a person who likes to learn stuff. So So I've learned a lot about religion, different religions and stuff like that. I feel like if you're, you would almost say I'm more Buddhist than anything. I like learning stuff, which that's kind of what Buddha was about, learning and knowledge, not so much that there's an almighty being, just that you should learn and be able to help those in need around you.
The Jedi Order moved too slowly for Revan and Malak. We were too cautious in their eyes. They always sought to learn far quicker than their masters felt was prudent. It is one thing to understand a lesson, but to truly comprehend it takes a wisdom that only comes with time. Several years ago, when the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to journey to the Outer Rim to defeat the enemy of the Republic. But the Council felt it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat the Council feared.
Yeah, no, Buddhists are really great at
charismatic and
generally just being good. I haven't really run into any bad Buddhists.
Malak was the first to join his.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Soon followed. Many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat.
And that some people take and then want to teach others as well. It's a great way of doing it, of teaching and learning, and not being, you have to follow this or you're wrong. That's to me the biggest problem with a lot of these things is if you don't follow everything word for word, even though some of the stuff in the Bible can be very weird when you think about it. But it is a great thing to just teach, to help, to work to help others as well.
They were foolish to disregard the Council's wishes.
I've seen too many massive churches that get so much money and just keep pumping it into their own building that it feels like they're not helping people.
Their ideals became twisted, their spirits were tainted, and they fell to the dark side. There is a lesson in this. A lesson you would do well to take to heart.
Yeah, no.
The dark side can corrupt even the most noble of Jedi.
Again, it is very Star Wars-y, being like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with, like, learning about everything. When people start saying that, that's where there is a wrongness to me. Of, if you're telling someone they shouldn't be learning, then what growth do they have? What nothing can be learned from learning nothing. Stupid sounding. An oxymoron, yeah, but also pretty accurate.
You have learned much, yet there is much more for you to still understand.
I also
The way of the
apologize.
Jedi must
I
be
have
entered
allergies,
into
so
with
I'm
a
always
clear
sniffling.
and focused mind. When you feel that you are ready to continue your training, know that you can find me here.
Exactly. I love. That's a great way of putting it. Oh yeah, this is where I need to just talk to him about the, like...
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has... You have... When you feel...
I also love that, my only problem is, I love talking to people. I completely forget where I'm at in the story because I just enjoy talking. I really love hanging out with people. But I believe I have to go through the, don't I have to go through the Jedi Code first? I'm going Guardian because I love Guardian. But I expected it to be in there. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain right now I have to do the Jedi Code.
Your progress has been most... Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy in the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations. You must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
Because I know you get your lightsaber, I believe, at the end.
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan.
No worries, I get it.
Of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
I hate those, like, viewer selling bots. It's a bot that goes around trying to, like, sell you to go to these websites in order to either buy fake viewers, just steal your money, or, you know, give you a virus. Those are the general big things that I know about those bots.
Greetings, my young pupil. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first, you must prove yourself worthy.
To be honest, those tend to be most of what end up, like, chatting in my chats most of the time. I love having people here because I love being able to talk with them.
Your place among the Jedi.
Like, talking with you is great. I love it. It's love being able to talk about games that I love.
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, You must always be conscious of their will.
Oh!
You must
Well,
not
I am
move
honored
without
to be
Jedi's
one of the first to
understanding of
actually,
the code. By
like,
completing
active
these
on a
fundamental
stream.
precepts of our order, there is no emotion. That is not correct.
No.
There is no shame in admitting weakness. Feel free to speak to the other Jedi in the Academy if you require assistance. They will gladly share their knowledge with you.
I want to
Return when you feel
be,
you are
as a
ready for
streamer,
this
what I want to see from a streamer. I want to generally be a chill guy. I don't want to be like this overhype guy. You don't need that. I'm not streaming for little kids or making videos for little kids. I want to be myself.
Greetings, my young pupil. Soon there is
no emotion. There is peace.
There is no
ignorance. There is serenity.
That is not.
No.
There is return.
Oh, knowledge. Duh.
Greetings,
thank you,
my young pupil. These you must. There is.
There's no emotion. There is peace.
There is
no ignorance. There is knowledge.
There is no passion.
Not that I'm aware of. I really have no clue, to be honest with you. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no serenity. Okay. Chaos. There is harmony.
No death.
Ooh, was this one justice? There is justice.
That is not correct.
No,
there
damn it.
Greetings, my young. First, there is
motion.
There is
ignorance, knowledge.
There is
passion.
That is not.
Oh no.
Greeting.
Honestly, I love that in these games they released the Sith code. The Sith code was great, and I love it. And I love that there are actually people, like, there are some people who, what is it, during Clone Wars Mortis, there is, Darth Maul actually saying the Sith code, which at that point was taken out of being canon. So him adding it in there was great because it added the Sith code back to being a thing in the Star Wars universe. Yeah, no, he went. There's a part where he's supposed to be like kind of mumbling to himself, and they didn't tell him what to say, so he went, well, he doesn't understand what meditation is because he's a Sith. The Sith did not meditate. The Jedi meditated. The Sith gained their power through anger. So he's not understanding why his attempt at meditation, when he doesn't know what it is, isn't working.
There is no.
There's no chaos. There is harmony.
There is no.
There is the light. No. Is it like in here? I can't remember where it is. Oh, thank you. I was like, it should be in the computer, right? That would make sense. Everything's in the computer nowadays.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As a chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I feel it is my duty to share the history of our order with the newly initiated. Unfortunately, our recent history is one of tragedy and bloodshed. The Mandalorian Wars, the fall of Revan and Malak, the rise of the Sith. There are important lessons to be learned from these events, if we do not wish to repeat the mistakes of our past.
I'm eager to learn.
Of course, I could not tell you the entire history of our order. The Jedi have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. We are as old as the Republic itself. Instead, I will begin 40 years ago with the War of Exar Kun. Like Malak and Revan, Exar Kun was a Jedi who fell to the dark side and led an army against the Jedi and the Republic. Exar Kun was defeated, but the war
Part of
left
me,
both the
like,
Republic and our
I'm
own
not a
order
huge fan of, like, the
severely
future,
weakened.
the more
20
stuff
years
that they've
we
done with
struggled
Star
to
Wars,
rebuild,
like, more recently.
trying to erase the scars of the terrible conflict.
Again, the games, some of the books were really great. The new stuff has been torturous at best, to put it. Especially the Acolyte. Oh my god. My dad watched it to talk about with some of his friends, and my god, I could not hear. My dad, having watched the second episode, called the entire ending for the thing, along with called what else was going to be happening. Because it wasn't good. It wasn't well written. If you can call where the rest of the story is going at episode 2, you got some problems with your writing if it's that easy to tell what's going to happen.
As you wish. I will not force you to hear what I have to say, though I think it is unwise to ignore the lessons of the past. Perhaps you can return when you have more time.
I don't know if Disney ruined it, to be honest. It's the problem of the writers that they get. There are some really good writers that they have for newer stuff. I've seen some of the newer stuff that I like, but the lady who worked on some of the Star Wars live action stuff is putting an agenda in the film that doesn't need to be there. You can do whatever you want with it, but it doesn't need to push some sort of agenda. If you want to push agenda, push the agenda that's in the Star Wars universe that already exists. Like when they're talking about a lot of people liked Andor, which did a lot of talking about the rise of the rebellion and what the not Sith, because I never liked the there can be only two for Sith. That never made sense to me. I loved what the games did with it. Yeah, exactly. Bad Batch, I know, is really good from what I've heard. I haven't watched it so much, but I do know of it and know a lot of people really liked Bad Batch. A lot of people liked I'm trying to remember what the other one was. I know Clone Wars a lot of people like later on because the writing in the beginning. Crazy enough that Clone Wars was supposed to be a kids show with all the stuff that they do, and it is ridiculous.
Apprentice. All Jedi must know the code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our order. Think and meditate on these truths, apprentice. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is no
damn it. It is the Force.
Passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan.
See, the ending for the Sith is so good.
Your progress. May the Force.
Talking about the whole through the Force my chains are broken. The Sith just have such a cool code that follows along with their ideals so well. Meanwhile, the Jedi's code felt meh to me for the most part.
These tests First, you must. There is
knowledge, passion, serenity.
There is
chaos, harmony.
There is. You have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test.
Because the way that the Sith one works is very much like going through how they get power.
Weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished.
No, wait. The last test is where we get Jahani, right? I believe it's Jahani.
With his own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
I already know which one I'm going. Speaking of which... yeah. As the final test. Weirdly enough, which makes less sense because you should really... I mean, I guess in a way it does make sense to not, but you know...
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the order.
I absolutely loved in Knights of the Old Republic 2 when you get to choose what your lightsaber color was and you can say silver. I thought that was awesome. Every time I play through it, I have to say silver. Because or gray, I don't remember exactly which one it was, but either way, I loved it. It was such a fantastic thing. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad. I thought it was silver. Because it's silver as the waterfalls of something. I can't remember of the place, but I know that... yeah. And then you have Ahsoka, who uses those white lightsabers, which... the whole story behind how she got the white lightsabers is dumb to me. Along with the fighting style, the backwards holding blades is just bad. It is... There should be Jedis out there who are missing their arms because they were training with it and just cut off their own arms on accident. Because that's what would happen with that. You would kill yourself before you'd ever master it.
A Jedi is not restricted to a single color. Rather, that color
Same.
is a badge of
the reason why that fighting style worked for blades is that it would generally be long enough to cover up all your forearm. And your forearm would also be used to hold back the force from the hit. So it had more sturdiness to it than just having the back of your hand holding it, which actually leaves you very little leverage.
Bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict.
Did you hit it with the blade? I really hope you didn't hit it with the blade, because that would really suck. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm sure you had to get rushed to the hospital for that. The number of stitches, I'm sure, too. I remember Nigahiga did that. He was doing the video where he was doing a joke about Fruit Ninja, and hit the watermelon, but the watermelon had so much force that it pushed back and it smacked him right in the nose. He got away with a lot less of a bad one than you did, but still, yeah, no. Katanas are terrifying and you have to be very careful with them.
Indeed. We shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do? Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a Dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do?
Press the advantage.
Yes, I suspected as much. Now,
sure you did.
There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do?
I do love the idea of, I'm just gonna knock. No problem. See you soon.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
Although that's the nicest one I've ever seen, no thank you.
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected,
yep.
You would be most suitable as a Jedi Guardian. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited to, apprentice?
I love and find it hilarious that the whole thing is, yeah, we're gonna ask you which one you want to be, do a quiz, and then we let you choose.
Here is a blue crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you in how to construct it.
Hell yeah. Do you mean, are you asking if I have a girlfriend? No, I do not, actually. Yes and no. It's also, I feel bad because of all my issues that I feel bad anyone having to deal with that. Suede, awareness, always important. I don't think I need stealth much more. Treat injury. I'm not going to put points into repair yet, other than that one and the one up here, because I want to say, I don't think it's in this game. I want to say it's the second game where you have to repair HK 47. Okay. I also love that this game does something that isn't done in a lot of the Star Wars things. Actually, I'm drawing a blank on what I was going to say now. I do not know where I lost my mind there. Oh well. Favorite power? Sure, just honestly need that. Excuse me? I love that you had that there is the ability to cheat the game into making like every single one of your characters into a Jedi if you wanted to. So what it is there is a fraction of a second before you level up here that you can stall out the leveling up, I want to say, to where you don't level up. And if you do that properly, you can take and hit the change character button at the same time that you press level up to cause the level up to go to a different character. So you could actually make your droids into Jedi if you wanted to. They will all be whatever class you choose, but the droids will not get Force. So you can. I did it back when I was playing this a long time ago. Perfect timing for that question. I did it once. You have to have everyone at the same level. You basically turn everyone into a Jedi. It's okay. It allows you to basically take whoever you want because you don't have that feeling of, I need to take the Jedi because why wouldn't I? There's no reason to not take the Jedi. And I think that's why I liked the second one better, was because you could actually turn other people into Jedi as well. Which made it to where you weren't just, to where everyone isn't just, you don't want to just leave Mission behind because I love Mission. I love her character. But once you get to the point of leaving Chorus Dantooine at the time, you can have 2 Jedi, which is what you would take with you every time you went out. Because Jedi get the Force healing stuff, which allows you to just no longer need healing anything. You get Force speed, but that only works on Jedi. And so it's one of those things, like, it felt like the second one did a really good job of making it a part of their backstory too. It wasn't just everyone's just a Jedi. It's that you go through their character backstory, learn more about them, and find out that they have this connection to the Force that they didn't realize at the time. Yeah, Atom, perfect character for exactly a great character to find out that he can be a Jedi. The fact that he has this past of being a Jedi hunter and not realizing that he had this connection to the Force.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction.
I love Anton. I love Handmaiden. That's what these games had. Amazing writing, pretty much fully voiced, other than obviously a few things with the with the data logs and stuff like that. And now plus 11 to hit. Oh, very nice. Damage is affected by strength, I know that much, which is the reason why it's down by 1. But yeah, it is using my dexterity to hit. I cannot tell you how many times when I was just bored, I would just hit the Y button. Actually, I don't think that did that in the original games. I am well known as the Master Deflector.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice.
Exactly.
Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
I do love that. I love that you can find these crystals on Dantooine. I love that if you kill the eggs of those creatures that are living by the crystals. So channel points are a thing that you can spend in order to get like some sort of benefit out of it. Like for some of them, it allows you to access an emoji that, yeah, the Kinraths. That allow you to access stuff like that. Some people will do stuff like playing a game with them as something you can spend channel points on. A lot of people name theirs differently. Like my friend has it as kitty coins. So yeah, it's one of those things like it's meant to. It incentivizes you to watch more of the streamer because you get these points and they are only available to that streamer. So every streamer that you might watch, you get those points from. Crates will show up as well sometimes for you to be able to open up and get a bonus bit of crates, bit of coins, or whatever it is you want to call the people want to call it. I haven't thought of anything like that yet, so it's just sort of there.
It is a rumor only. I do not know if
I loved that in the second game that there was a crystal that was entuned with you.
Your lightsaber identifies
to show like how much the crystals actually have of a power to them.
And the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
If you haven't watched it, what was it? The Jedi Academy on YouTube? One of the best lightsaber battle things I think I've ever seen. No, I need to find it. Apparently not. I'm... Oh, To the Death is what it's called. It's by Corridor. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. It is a fantastic fight scene of like a Jedi training, like learning how to fight with a lightsaber with their master.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers. A threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
If it wasn't for the fact of, like, worrying about, like, the DMCA stuff and all that, I'd just stream it on here to show it to you.
The cat hounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task. I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
My first time playing through this game, not playing through this game, but playing this game, I ran into the issue of I killed her because I didn't realize that you could save her. I want to say I said something wrong on accident that caused her to want to fight me, and I had no choice in the matter at that point. Which, at that point, really sucks when that happens. You want to play Pizak, don't you? I might honestly do some of that off-screen. Yeah, I mean, the dark side one is simple. You just beat them to death anyways. It's not like it matters in the end.
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to speak with the council, not some servant. Please leave, or I shall be forced to tell the council of your rude behavior.
I've wanted to play Dark Side, but I also have this like whole thing of I always have trouble playing it because it's so against what I would choose to do.
The council has decreed you may come and go.
I also love that in the second game that you visit the destroyed, you can visit the ruins of the council and find like holocrons and stuff like that, and all these interesting things. I loved that. Yeah. I feel like it's sad, but I feel bad about like everyone on Taris because I feel like, man, everyone died. If you killed them, it wouldn't matter in the end, even though you know like pretty much everyone died. The only ones who may have survived are actually the people in the my mind immediately wanted to call it the Underdark. In the very slums, who if you went the light side path, got them helped them figure out how to get to paradise.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
Who, because they're under so much, they might actually survive from like the blast, and because they left.
I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up. My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Taris, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything.
Out of everyone, the people who had the highest chance of surviving are actually them, when you think about it, because there are three layers to the city. You have the high tops, you have the ground, and then, well, not the ground, but the lower ground below that, which is tunnels and stuff like that, which would create like a shelter, and there's an entire ceiling over them in the underground. So, I've always went under the assumption that because they left, because they are underneath so much stuff already, that it's very likely that they survived. They had the best chance of surviving.
I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she's
I always wondered why I forget the name of the seller, Ignore? Why he would leave. If he's already in a great position, why would he leave? Even if it is to go to paradise, he doesn't want to go.
I saw Lena for what she really was. A busty, credit-grubbing cantina rat. She used Griff and took away the only family I had. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Taris. He and Lena were going to try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me. And we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
What's also funny to me is, you know the Sith that you meet, like, right after you exit the gate to the right? You can run into those 3 Sith. Until this time playing through, I never killed them. Because I always thought that would add dark side points. There are very few things that I will add dark side points. One is Bendak, Starkiller, because he was a bounty. He's killed a lot of people. And you get his blaster for doing it. Or, if you actually skipped on getting the reward from Twitch, you can get 2 of his blaster.
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taris, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger.
In case you didn't know,
I know I'll probably never see Griff again.
No, so if you beat Twitch and you do not talk to Andor first, but you go talk to Bendak, it skips that whole giving you the reward for beating him, for beating Twitch, and then you can go back to talk to Andor, and then tell him you're ready to start up the fight. He skips over giving you the reward for Twitch currently. You leave, come back in, and start the battle. After you beat Bendak, you get the reward for defeating Bendak. And then if you talk to Andrew again, he brings up about your fight with Twitch. And because he gave you the blaster with the other one, he gives you a blaster with this one because it thinks that you're still gaining your reward for Bendak. You don't get it, you lose like 100 credits, but you get 2 copies of his blaster. Yeah, it's a little glitch thing. It is cheating the system a little bit, but if it gives you the chance to actually, have more useful characters and not just leave like all of your non-Jedi characters in the ship, then yeah, I don't see it as a bad thing because you need something to help them.
Okay.
It is good sometimes to stop and I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is
And
Is
I love the upgradable ones. No, I have not. That is a really cool idea, and I do love that. I would honestly want to do like the Vibroblade only run of, or only Blades run of KOTOR, because I would love to do that. But I like having high armor class, and so it's one of those things like I would have to tweak how I put my skill points in order to figure out what I want to do.
Indeed. What is it you would like from me? The Council has told you nothing of the Grove? Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant. Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe. The grove can be found to the south and east in the
Oh,
plains.
another game I don't think I brought up earlier that I loved as a kid, that I still love to play every now and then, is Fable.
Help you with.
The first Fable was so
I hope your
good.
time is
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed? Oh, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the Council require our presence? Ah, yes. Thank you, Master Jedi. Stay here, Rilka. I'll be back in an hour or so.
Yes, dear. Good luck. I hope the Jedi Council will listen to Gar. If they don't, I don't...
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
So there are there's also multiple versions of Fable. The better one being Lost Chapters, which has extra stuff that wasn't able to be released in the base game. And since it was an older game, they didn't really have DLC for it, so they had to release an entirely new game with the extra content that didn't get finished in time. Yeah, no, the actual ending for it is sick. The base ending is great, like, don't get me wrong, but the final ending is so good.
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa...
I don't want to spoil anything for it because it is a really good game that I might play on stream. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself with what games I want to play, but there's just so many of them I love.
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter. But you have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi. I will give you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
They give you so many missions in this game.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see? We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden.
I do too.
And he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him.
A more recent game that's really good for like role-playing game kind of stuff, like D&D kind of thing like this, is yes, she is. Is Baldur's Gate 3. Fantastic.
No, Cathounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No, it must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked.
It also has like pretty much fully voiced lines as well, same as this.
Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming... Well, yes, he is a droid, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine.
Thank you. It was super awesome to talk to you too. No, I do not have an Instagram. If you want it, you can give me my stream a follow, so you'll be let know when I go live. And then I can also show off my really nerdy. Oh, the video didn't load. Oh well. All of my like notifications are all like old movies that I love, references and stuff like that. Also, I just love that line of "I think he's getting worse," talking about myself. I don't know if it'll work again, but here I can. Let me make sure that it's up high enough. But it did pop up above it, so that's weird. Go to my settings, right? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't do it again if you already have followed. It's basically just like a scene from a movie called A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger and Alan Tudyk. I love that movie so much, and I love the line of, "I think he's getting worse." Yeah, he's getting worse. So good. So I put that as my like thing. I'm glad you love that movie too. It's a great movie, and Heath Ledger was fantastic.
He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing
Yeah,
droids. He made this one.
he was great, and it's sad that he's
As
gone.
the last legacy of my husband.
But anyways, thank you. It was awesome to meet you. I hope to see you again soon.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please, I beg of you, return
Later.
my droid to me.
No problem. Thank you. It's nice to have someone to talk to, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Sounds so sexual when she says it like that. Yeah, that plus 10, that 10 defense, resistance to all that damage types, and upgradable, so nice. Okay. I'm actually going to call my stream here for now, just because I need to do some housework right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a nice day.